Hello everyone, my name is Victor, and with me today are Arthur, Anna, and Dorsa. And we are proudly representing the BCIT School of Physics. When we first looked at our target market, we were able to look at Steven, and I want to introduce everyone to Steven. So Steven has been leading a very hard-working life, and he's looking for a healthy guy. So Steven decides to scroll through his grinder on a regular Thursday night, and up comes a banner ad. This banner ad leads him to the Facebook page, and it piques his interest. He sees the pictures from past tours and the perfect one-day itinerary for his getaway. So after having this thought, Steven thinks yet again, wow, it's been a while since I've gone back to nature, and I'm really looking forward to socializing with the LGBTQ+ community. And after having these two thoughts, Steven decides to book on our website for a one-day tour with Rainbow Trails and looks forward to a meaningful experience. So Hope is located north of Vancouver, off of Highway 1, just past Harrison Hot Springs. And our tour will be running in the off-season. So you guys are probably wondering, what is Rainbow Trails? So let's go over our itinerary. First on the list, guests will be picked up downtown Vancouver waterfront, where they will be shuttled to Hope, BC for the first stop, Flood Falls. At Flood Falls, guests are going to be invited to join our guide for a hike. And while with the perfect scenery in the background, they are offered a complimentary Polaroid photo to truly capture the moment. Following this hike, guests are going to be taken to the Blue Moose Cafe, where they will be able to enjoy a warm soup and sandwich to re-energize for the rest of the day. And after this break, guests will be taken to the Othello Tunnels, where they will have another chance to take more photos. And lastly, guests will be going to the Kawakawa Lake. This is for meditation and light stretching before heading home for a great night's rest. And now Dorsa will go more into detail about our LGBTQ+ target market.
Thank you, Victor. So our target market is the LGBTQ+ community in Vancouver. As you know, Vancouver has one of the largest populations of the LGBTQ+ community in whole Canada. LGBTQ+ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, plus the allies. As the Home Around the World website states, Vancouver is one of the top favorable destinations to travel for gay men from the US. And as we interviewed one of these individuals, it's important to create a safe space for these people. Now let's look at their online behavior. They're active users of social media, as the majority of them are users of Facebook, followed by dating apps, and then readers of LGBTQ+ community blogs. So our secondary target market is the cultural explorers who travel to BC who are between the ages of 35 to 55. They value an openness to learn about different cultures and communities. They value cultural immersion, spontaneity, and openness. While planning a tour package, it's important to consider keeping the itinerary loose because they value their free time while they're on the tour. So, Hope BC is a very accessible and beautiful destination, but according to the DMO's website, the current visitation is only at 40,000. While Vancouver follows the trend of health and wellness, the outdoor activities that are available in the natural environment of Hope will align with the health and wellness trend that is going on in Vancouver. And as a result, Hope will be a new destination for hiking, sightseeing, and outdoor activities during the shoulder season. Now I'll be passing it off to Arthur for needs and opportunities.
Thank you, Dorsa. Rainbow Trails will feature sightseeing, hiking, and self-reflection. And this tour will have an overall theme of health and wellness. Our team chose to capitalize on the growing trend in North America of wellness tourism. And this focuses on one's desire to either maintain or enhance their own personal well-being. Canadian residents are consistently growing more and more health conscious. Thus, health vacations and getaways have also grown in popularity. As well, outdoor hiking can be used to relieve a person's stress or improve a person's overall emotional health. What will differentiate Rainbow Tours from other tour operators is that Rainbow Tours will be the only LGBTQ plus centered tour located in Canada. As well, this will be the only tour package that features a shuttle that heads straight to Hope from downtown Vancouver, and this will serve as a quick getaway for people who are used to living busy lifestyles to a place where they can reconnect, mingle with the LGBT community and their allies. This is a breakdown of Rainbow Tours financials. The tour will cost $100 per person per tour. It will be $2,479 put towards startup costs, $11,615 financed through a bank. There's an expected accumulated profit annually of $37,842 annually, $7,119 monthly, and there will be an expected loss of $479 for every month the tour is not in operation. In comparison, Gay Ski Week operates at a cost of $109 per person per tour, and their all-inclusive package costs $229 per person per tour. With this tour operation, there is many potential for future jobs, both as bus drivers and as tour guides. And as this product furthers in development, we hope to introduce volunteer roles who will act as tour guides, and then convert those volunteer roles into professional job titles. And this is to emphasize cultural diversity and encourage mental and emotional wellness. The next section, as to how this will all be implemented, will be explained by Hannah.
Thank you, Arthur. Public relations plays a key component into creating awareness. In particular, reaching out to influential companies such as Gay Van Marketing Agency will be a beneficial asset to Rainbow Trails. This can increase the reach to the LGBTQ plus community. And also reaching out to social media platforms by partnering with them, which I'll be going to further detail in just a few slides. So our website will be called rainbowtrail.ca. This is for individuals to learn more as well as book a day tour. So as you could see on the screen, you could see some of the examples of the desktop and mobile application. It has a button that's easily found on the bottom and on the right called Book Now. And so as for partnerships, we'll be partnering with Advantage Hope. Advantage Hope is a local DMO for the area. And by partnering with them, Rainbow Trails can have more exposure, as well as embracing the attractions in the area. It could also provide a PR for Advantage Hope as well. So for the social media, there's Grindr, Her, and Moves. So for Grindr, Her, and Moves, these are social media platforms that can increase overall reach. Grindr will reach the gay men, Her will reach the lesbian women, and Moves will reach the overall LGBTQ plus allies. And these are some examples of some of the advertisements that can be placed inside of the platforms. So for risk, since this is a hiking tour, injuries and accidents can happen. So to mitigate this, we'll be having a mandatory waiver form that must be signed prior to the purchase of the tour.
At the beginning of our studies, we saw a gap in the tourism industry, a social gap in the tourism industry that needed to be filled. With our platform of the hike, we'll be able to give them a different place to connect, as well as increase overall visitation to Hope BC in these off seasons. Thank you so much for your time, and we are open for questions.
Thank you very much. Great presentation, great idea. We're really looking forward to hearing from you this morning. So you did it. Take a breath.
Thank you.
Okay. My question is just about the overall proposition and the uniqueness of it, and if it is as unique as you think it is. And I'm just wondering, because a trip to Hope, the itinerary that you got is Flood Falls, a restaurant, right? The nature walk, the restaurant, and the tunnels, which are all accessible regardless of whether or not you take this tour. And what didn't come out in the presentation but is in our material is that this is all done on a school bus, which isn't a necessarily compelling itinerary for me. Now, I may not be someone that you're looking to market to, but the Greyhound bus price is $21 to Hope. So I'm just wondering if you could give us a little bit more on the value proposition side of your proposal.
Would we be able to have a moment just to discuss our answer?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Sure.
So just to reiterate, you're looking for what makes this product unique.
Yes.
Is that right?
Unique and value. Where's the value in the $100 price tag?
What creates value about this tour operation is that there are other gay tour operators like He Travel and Out Adventures that are also gay tour operators, and there's nothing else like this in Canada. Just the social aspect behind the LGBT community, because there's not a lot of things that are marketed towards us, we just want to be included. So anything to get back just to mingle with other gay people is amazing for us.
Here you go.
All right, great presentation. Thank you so much for it. I was really excited to see that you've done some market research on this, which is a really cool thing to do. And I see the keynote is that he would rather go to Whistler. So I got to ask, why did you ignore the market research that you did? Well, tough, you're going to Hope. Why?
Can we also have a minute?
You go home.
The reason that we chose Hope as opposed to Whistler is that Whistler already sees a lot of traffic and a lot of visitation. Hope needs the help. This is why we chose Hope. Does that answer your question?
Well, you ignored your own market research. Why did you ignore your own market research?
One more second.
So the primary research that we had done, the individual was not actually of the age range that we were looking for. So we were able to discuss further and say, maybe in the future, if this is something that you're looking for. Does that answer your question?
It answers something. All right, thank you so much.
Congratulations, you guys. No, that was a tough question. You did very well. And I must admit, when I was reading your proposal, I was excited to see that it was not only a shoulder season fish, as asked for and as part of the competition and the games outlined, but also into an area that kind of is not as visited as other areas in the Vancouver Coast Mountain region. So I applaud you for taking on a challenge and also taking on a challenging question. That's good. So congratulations. My question is, I want to investigate the Hope destination a little bit more. As we've heard about the itinerary, nature-based, aligned with what the target segment that you're trying to go after is looking for. Love the connection to the health and wellness, particularly as you identified with the segment. But I'm just curious to know, how are you having more dollars injected into the community of Hope? Obviously, there is the restaurant stop, but the jobs will probably be created for the drivers out of Vancouver. So where is that economic value coming into the destination of Hope?
Huddle.
So as we get more visitors to Hope, there will be more people going to Hope, and as a result, there will be more restaurants needed for people there. So I think the business will bloom in the area, and as a result, more people will be employed in those sections, and I think that's how the business will grow in the area. Does that answer the question?
Thank you.
So a sinking feeling might be a bit easier. It's very challenging to get people to take any sort of decision to go and travel and to make a selection around a destination. Hard to get them the first time. What's the compelling reason to have them the second time? And when I look at your financials when you answer the question, the 5-year plan is flat. Every month is the same, whether on or off. There is no progressive growth. So doesn't this tap out very, very quickly?
So to invite more people after maybe the second time around, third time around, what we're going to do after a couple years, or even the 5-year plan, we would actually change the itinerary and we would choose different areas in Hope so that way it's new and it's fresh every time. But it's kind of like in comparison to the P&E, because I know a lot of people would go to the P&E and then they would see the same thing every time, right? So what they would add is new exhibits. So for us, we would be changing the itinerary after 5 years. Does that answer your question?